going on? Thanks for tuning in for another graphic novel haul. Let's get graphic! Yeah! I only got a few books to share with you guys this time around. I've been kind of getting like small little groups of them because I learned from my mistake the last couple times where I just got too many books and I just got way overwhelmed, so I only got a few this time. I got book number 2 in the Sweet Tooth series. Sweet Tooth, this one is In Captivity. I will admit that I only read the first book of this series and the last book in the series, so I already know like how it ends. So I got number 2. I just kind of fill in the gaps, I guess. But this is a series created by Jeff Lemire. If you've never heard of him, he is somebody that checked out show really digs his books. So that's how I first had heard of Sweet Tooth, was from her. And it's a post-apocalyptic world where this weird like virus happened. There's like a super flu had happened to come along, and for some reason like babies started being born like animal-human hybrids. It's really weird and different, and yeah, it's the world of Sweet Tooth. It's pretty cool. It's different. I'm really into like apocalyptic and post-apocalyptic scenarios, so that's one of the things that appeals to me. So I like it. I like it a lot. Next up, I have Unwritten, Leviathan. I know that the first volume of the Unwritten, I did a review of it, and I loved it, but then when I got to, like, book 2, book 3, and so on, I really got annoyed with this series. I don't know what number in the series this is, but I don't know if I'm going to like it. It got to the point where, for me, it got really silly because it became to be what... The brilliant thing I liked about the first volume was that it was the mystery of whether Tommy Taylor was a real, like, fictional person, or if he was just, you know, if the fictional person was based on him. And then they, like, revealed what he really was, and that just kind of ruined the story for me, and I think that's why that's why I didn't read Harry Potter for so long, because, I mean, I'm just not into, like, that kind of storytelling, I guess, and it didn't appeal to me. So I don't know. I'll give that one a shot and see if I like it or not. I got another Mike Mignola, Baltimore, The Plague Ship. Baltimore is a vampire character that Mignola had created, and it's something there's only a few books. He's not like... He hasn't written as many as he has of Hellboy, so I got that one. And I got another one that is about Baltimore too, but this one is a novel. So I thought when I requested it that it was just a graphic novel, but then I got it and I was like, oh, that looks kind of thick to be a graphic novel, but it turned out it was a novel. So I'm gonna see if I can fit that into my reading schedule, because if I can't fit it in and I end up having to renew it a bunch of times because I can't get to it, then I'll probably just return it. I don't know if I'm going to commit to reading that one or not. I got Invincible Volume 2, The Ultimate Collection. I still have yet to read any of Invincible, so I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. It's an Image comic. Figured I would give it a try. It was something that Goodreads had recommended to me. And Invisible's Volume 3, Bloody Hell in America. I read Volume 1 of this so far, and I literally just finished Volume 2, Apocalyptic. So I'm really liking this series. It's kind of weird and bizarre, like, it's like a secret society. They're like spies, but they're like all homeless people, like they're transients, and like they all have like weird different things about them, like powers, and like they're just unique in their own way, and it's definitely different, like, for sure. A couple of the characters, like one guy is named Jack Frost, and I forgot what exactly he does. But then there's one called Lord Fanny, and Lord Fanny, it's kind of funny because Fanny is, like slang for vagina in the UK, and Lord Fanny is a transvestite, and she's like a sorceress or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of weird stuff like that, but it's really cool, and I'm really liking it. So that is my newest Let's Get Graphic. This is the first one for March, and these are the books that I will start reading this week. If you haven't noticed, I've started to not upload these graphic novel hauls until I get ready to read them. Like, if you're following me on Goodreads, you might have noticed that. The reason I'm doing that is because my channel, like, the graphic novels that I read, this is kind of what makes my channel different from everybody else in the booktube community. And I really don't even want to associate myself and consider myself a booktuber anymore, just because some of the things I've seen in booktube. Like, I don't want to discourage new booktube people, but it's not all, sunshine and roses and rainbows and all that. But yeah, I had a few people that were following me, and I don't want them to steal the glory from me. So I'm not going to introduce a graphic novel unless I'm getting ready to read it. Because I've noticed some people will follow me, and then they'll go and get the idea to get the same book, and they never say, hey, I got the idea to get this book because of this one guy that I watch. Like, nobody acknowledges that I introduced them to these books, so that's why I'm not uploading these until right before I read them, because I've had a couple of times where I've had, like, big booktubers just, like, totally, like, steal my glory, they'll just, like, play it off like they, casually discovered these books, like when they got it from watching my channel, and you think they'd give me a shout out. I don't get it. I don't understand why they're like so like afraid to shout me out when, they're getting ideas for graphic novels from my channel. So, well, whatever. But that is my latest graphic novel haul. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Questions, comments down below if you've read any of these, of course, as always. And until next time. Later, guys.